your companion is not your competition.
Ooh.
And I bet you everybody, I don't compete with her. I don't compete with him. Some people do.
Some people really do.
It can be very small things. Even for us, like I said, we don't compete, but we get a lot of people that ask us about, they don't even realize they're asking about competition. And, sometimes a person has to just let that sink in for a minute. Because when you start talking about competing with one another, what is your goal? What is the purpose for competing? Because I thought we were on the same team.
Absolutely. And I'm competitive by nature, right? And so for me, though, I'm really my own greatest competition. I'm not going to compete with Mingo because he's Mingo and I'm Karyn. And so I think sometimes, people can get it kind of mixed up as to, competing with the person that they love or their significant other because there's some kind of benefit to it. There is no benefit to competing with the person that you love. You really should be just trying to stay in your lane and focus. And if anything, instead of competing, maybe what you should be doing is uplifting and encouraging them instead of trying to outdo them.
That deserves a moment of silence right there. Okay. That uplifting and encouraging, that's serious right there, because when you start thinking about if you all were on the same team, you would get to a lot of your goals faster. You would accomplish a lot of the things that make both of you feel good about the relationship. Because when you start talking about competition, you have to prepare for a competition. I'm gonna show her. Oh no, I'm gonna show him. No, you can't. You can't take that angle. And I'm not here to tell you what you can't do. I'm just telling you it doesn't work.
Yeah,
there's not a good result of it. I don't know any successful couple that competes with one another.
That lasts.
They're very supportive.
Yeah,
even if they don't agree. And they know what the other person is going to do, may have a bad outcome, they're still a good teammate. It's like, well, I'm going to be here to uplift her. Even though I feel like it might not work, but I ain't going to shoot her down before she even try. Because if it does work, I'm going to be the first person to say you could do it.
Yeah, you're going to, and instead of competing, maybe start being, making sure that you're, like Mingo was saying, you got to uplift them and you're, telling them what they can do and how they can, that, hey, you got this. It's more about making sure that you're their best advocate and not their competition.
Because if you really, really, really think about it, if both of you all combine your energy for the same goal in the end, versus, okay, you pulling this way, I'm pulling that way, and it's a tug of war. Till one of y'all basically gives up, runs out of power, or just like, I don't want to do this anymore. But think if both of you all were pulling in the same direction, it's an easy win every time.
But because it doesn't benefit you when you're going in opposite directions. It doesn't benefit you when you are trying to say, well, shoot, if Mingo is doing this, then let me just try to see what I can do. Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane and focus on what you have to focus on. Because I promise you, instead of putting 50% into what he's doing and 50% into what I'm doing, if I put 100% into what I'm doing and make sure he's putting 100% into what he's doing, then we will accomplish our goal. And then sometimes when people are competing, it's because of something else that's in them. What are you trying? Why are you trying to just win? Winning is not going to always be the thing that is the most important thing in your life. You want to complete something. You want to accomplish something. And if we're doing something at the same time, right? If I win, then you lose.
Because a competition has to have a winner.
And it has to have a loser. And so if I love you.
Love you more.
And when I was younger, if y'all look back at the one we talked about when we used to argue and how we stopped arguing, with me always wanted to get my point across. And always feeling like I needed to be right about something. It really dawned on me one day, like, oh my gosh, every time I win an argument or think that I've won an argument, because I've proven my point and I'm showing him, then he loses. And it's the same way in your relationships when you're talking about competing with that person. My goal is for him to win because I want to win and he should win too. So when okay, this is going to be corny, but when we win, we have a win-win situation. See?
I get it. I like the win-win.
You like the win-win?